Hello guys, this is Freddie. I'm gonna do a review on my experience with Dr. Cinik Clinic. I had my surgery on April 12th, so about 9 days ago, 8 days ago perhaps. Today's April 20, 21, not sure. Anyway, so today was the day that I actually removed the scabs. I'm gonna be adding the links for the pictures that they took me before the surgery, so you guys can actually compare before and after. So I'm gonna show you like close look right now. Maybe you guys can see like this line right here, all this chunk right here. This is the new implanted hair. I mean, you can see very close right here. Let me see if I can focus that. Let me see. You guys can see, so they actually implanted 4,950 grafts. I believe they implanted like 3,000 on the front and then the rest on the crown. Not sure if you guys can see, but they did implant a lot on the crown also. You guys can see from here all the way to the back. Feels pretty good, like the hairs, they feel pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with the results right now. I know this is gonna fall, I'm gonna have the shedding face, but it actually, I mean, if I look like this when I shave in the future, I kind of like it. So I'm gonna talk about the experience. So I arrived April 11. They actually picked me up in the airport. Really nice van, really nice guy. He didn't speak English, but I arrived at the airport. They give you like an instructions, like a letter, an email with the instructions on where to go when you arrive at the airport. So I just went to the place they told me to go, and then there was a guy waiting for me who took me to the actual driver, who I believe he was actually waiting on the parking lot of the airport. He picked me up, really nice, very kind, nice van. The interior was pretty good, almost looks like a luxury, pretty nice. Anyway, so they actually took me to the clinic. I actually arrived in Istanbul like at 6 p.m. I believe, or 5 p.m. And they actually took me to the clinic before they took me to the hotel. I got my blood drawn that first afternoon, right? So I got my blood work done, and then they took me back to the hotel. And then I believe so I arrived at Saturday, and I believe Sundays they don't work or something. So I had the Sunday off, and then I went. They picked me up on a Monday. On Monday morning, they picked me up. I had my breakfast. They told me to not drink any coffee, any alcohol prior to that. Picked me up. Went to the clinic. I got my interview with my meeting appointment with Dr. Cinik. It was pretty fast. I'm pretty sure if I go today, like right now, he doesn't even recognize me anymore. It was that fast, right? It was like 5 minutes. He came, he was sitting there. I came in, said hi. He asked me a couple of questions. How old was I? He saw my hair, he like combed through it. He used the line thing. He actually drew my hairline a little bit higher than I actually wanted it in the beginning. So I actually said something about it. So once he drew the hairline, I said something about it. I was like, is it possible to get the hairline a little bit lower? And then he actually said, yeah, I can do that, but if you really want the density, like the high density, I'll recommend to leave the hairline the way it is. But if you actually wish to put it a little bit lower, actually, I can actually do that for you. But you may have less density in the crown, which I didn't want. I want the crown to be filled because it was messing me up. It was like one of the things that I was like, oh my God, every time I passed through someone, I don't know, I had the feeling they were like, look at me in the back and they can actually see the crown. That was like one thing that I hate, was my crown. So I actually wanted the crown filled with a lot of grafts, right? So I said, you know what, I'll trust you. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, So I got the surgery that day. It was like 7 hours. I actually got pretty anxious, by the time that I got to the room, not gonna lie. it was a weird experience. You know, I got there. You know, I came all the way from Hawaii, 30-hour, you know, itinerary to get to almost to the other side of the world, right? I got to a brand new country I never been to. You know, so it was weird. I got there. The technicians didn't speak English, so that was like a thing that made me a little bit more anxious. You know, so I sat there in the chair, you know, and lay me down. They start putting the anesthesia, which hurts. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna lie, you know, it actually hurts pretty bad. You can actually tolerate the pain, but because it's like constant, like not even gonna exaggerate, it's like 50 needles overall, you know. They inject 1, 2, 3, it's like that fast, right? It's probably like 10-15 minutes of pain, you know, suffering, and thinking what the fuck I'm doing over here in this room, right? Did I do the right thing? You know, I was like contemplating, Jesus Christ, where am I, right? And then also you can hear the technicians and the girls and the nurses like speaking in Turkish on the background, right? They're like laughing and you know, they're talking in their language, you know, which made me, perhaps made me a little bit uncomfortable, but at the same time, maybe that's like a way of them, like they're so confident in what they're doing that they can actually afford to laugh and make jokes, which is, that's what I was thinking, making my head think, okay, they're professionals, they know what they're doing, you know. I'm here mentally fighting with my head, you know, saying, damn, where am I, right? But I'm pretty sure they knew what they were doing, you know. I was like saying that to myself, they know what they're doing, they know what they're doing. So I went through it, you know. It was 7 hours anesthesia, surgery. After the anesthesia, you don't feel anything, to be honest. The only thing that I didn't like was messed me up on the surgery was like the last 2 hours where they had to implant the hair, because they have like this pillow where you have to lay down, and it's pretty hard, and then your neck is like towards the back, so like the back of the neck, it was like sore, like dead. Like I had to move, you know. So I had to like tell them every like 2 minutes, guys, I need to rest, I need to move a little bit my neck because it's killing me, right? Not even the implantation, not even anything, it was just the position that I was, right? So after that, after they did they initially told me they were gonna actually do 4,000 grafts, and they ended up doing 4,950. They actually took like 100 grafts, I believe, from the beard. I don't know if you guys cannot probably see anything because I cannot tell, to be honest. They took like 100 grafts. I think they put it on the crown area to just add a little bit more density. So after the surgery, you know, they banded my head, you know, and then they sent me back to the hotel. They gave me this sleeping pillow, which was an absolute nightmare, guys. If there's one thing you guys have to take with you when you guys travel to Istanbul, it's a legit travel pillow. Like actually spend money in a legit travel pillow, because this pillow they gave you is like it's an air thing where you just blow it, and it's big, your neck is like weird, and you're bloody, and then you're thinking, oh my god, I'm bloody, I cannot sleep. So it was terrible the first night, you know. But then I decided to use my pillow the second night, and then it was better, right? It was like way more comfortable. You know, the idea of the pillow, I believe, is for you to not touch the grafts with the pillows, or, you know, rub at all the top area. So the pillow prevents you from doing that, right? I thought it was something with the blood circulation, or which I think it also is, because you're swollen, so they're supposed to come down. So I think you're supposed to sleep on your back for sure. You cannot sleep on the side or facing down, because then the swelling will come to your face and you're gonna look like a monster. So first day, the second day, and so second morning, they picked me up in the morning, you know. They cleaned my head, they washed my head the next morning. They put this antiseptic thing, it was like a white thing, which felt pretty good, because, you know, antiseptic, the donor area. And then they applied this foam on the top. They left it for 30-45 minutes. I actually applied first the foam, and then they rinsed it, and then they applied the thing, and they washed my head, massaged the donor area. And after that, they sent me back to the, I think they put the headband at that time. I can't remember, but I think after that they put you a headband so the swelling doesn't go down, and then they give you all the pills and the painkillers and the antibiotics, and then the thing that makes the redness go away. There's another pill. It's like 5 different pills, medications. I met amazing people over there in my journey. I met like 2 guys that I talked to nowadays. It's pretty good, you know. They were doing the surgery same day or the day after. We were hanging out for the 3 or 4 days that we were there. And then after that, my experience for the past week, I'm just generalize. I don't want to make the video super long. From the 2nd day to like the 7th day, I have to say, you know, like it was the pain on the, not even on the top. The top was like fine, you know, but the combination between the swelling, the weight, like the fact that I couldn't sleep, and just like the mental side of it, you know, like all that combination, like the mental side. I'm alone here in Turkey, you know, I cannot sleep. I'm bleeding. Like it was painful as hell. Like this last week, like the donor area, right? I don't know, but after the 3rd day or 2nd day, I started feeling like huge pain on the donor area. I had to like be taking Tylenols all the time, painkillers, because just the pain, you know, like just wouldn't let me sleep, right? And especially when it was still swollen on the back, like this was all swollen, because you when you remove the headband, everything is on top, so it starts falling down. So the back, the pressure when you're like sleeping on the back, right, combined with the swelling and the scabs, the pressure, it was the worst thing. Like it's not, I mean, I was ready for it, you know, like, and I know it's a surgery, you have to expect this kind of things, you know. But to generalize this, the treatment that I got from them was amazing, you know, from beginning to end. They were very professional. They had good translators, you know. I even made friends with one of them. Just the company itself, you know, it's a big corporation, you know. There's a lot of surgeries going on every day, but it's actually, they actually treat you really well, you know. They give you the attention that you need, you know. They answer all the questions that you have. They're always on top of you when you're there, you know. I had a good experience with them, you know. Just taking apart the pain with the donor area, which it's gonna happen with any surgeon, you know. You're gonna have pain no matter what, unless you, I mean, maybe you don't, I don't know. But I actually had it. I can say for a fact that even the hairline, the way he designed it, you know, I'm pretty happy with my results. I'm not gonna lie. This is just a video of my experience, my first week, okay? I'm gonna be uploading the 1 month, the 2 month, 3 month, until like probably like the 10 month, until I'm pretty satisfied with my results. I actually expect really good results because they actually implanted a lot of hairs on the front, you know. I didn't have this hairline before. And if you actually see the pictures before, you're gonna be able to tell, wow, it's pretty nice, you know, pretty good job over here, you know. By the way, I did the package where Cinik did the incisions. I didn't even see him. I was like, they give you a tablet, by the way, when you're doing the surgery. I think they give you Xanax to make you relax. So by the time he came, you know, it was like 5 hours in. He started doing the holes. It was like 45 minutes and he left. He came and check in, you know, like, hey, are you doing good, right? He actually paid attention to that. So I have really nothing to say about the clinic. I actually have just good reviews about it, you know. Just being honest right here. If you're thinking about it, you know, like, the reason why I actually did the surgery was because, man, like every single day I was like looking at the mirror, you know, like hoping, you know, having a back mirror to see my crown, just the front, hoping to like one day it's a miracle, right? Oh, it's gonna start growing again, but it just never happens, right? By the way, I'm in finasteride and I've been taking it for 6 months. We actually saw a lot of improvements. The pictures that you're gonna see, that's 6 months after finasteride, so I was even worse than that. I do minoxidil once a day, which I stopped. I recommend you to stop like 2 weeks before the surgery because of the bleeding. You don't want to have a lot of bleeding on the surgery because then maybe the nurses, they start freaking out. You never know. They do recommend you actually that just in case if you're doing minoxidil, just stop that for at least 2 weeks before the surgery so you don't have a lot of bleeding. And you know, overall, good experience. I'm not gonna make this video that long because it's already 15 minutes, and I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks with my 1 month review. Okay, peace.